Okay.
Laura hits a bowl. Kaylee hits a joint. We begin the show being stoned as fuck.
Per usual. That's okay.
Shall I just start us in and get rid of the intro and just be like, hi, welcome to Chaos and Cats. Did you know this podcast is run by a couple of stoners?
You know.
Have we mentioned that yet?
Definitely. We must have.
Just throw that in there.
Just really making a statement over there today. You know, speaking of smoking weed, obviously you know I grow my own, but I have come to this cycle where each year I'm like, oh, next year I'm going to do it so much better because I kind of like fucking winged it this year. And every year it's a lie. So I yet again am probably going to have to use the command hook and floss method to hang up my pot plants because they need to be cut now, and that's all I got.
They need to be cut now, and that's that. Like, that's that. Like, I cannot put this off any longer. They need to be cut.
Yeah, so next recording, I'm going to be shimmying in between some, like,
I was going to say, am I just going to see plants hung all up behind you, like, all around you? You're just going to be surrounded in plants drying.
Too, and he has a lot more, so it's going to be a good time.
We know if you need help.
I hate trimming. I do very little of it, and I'm just gonna smoke it all. Fuck it at this point.
Well, your trimmings can be turned into edibles.
It is true.
I can come help you do it.
That would be nice because I don't have the knowledge nor the energy to look into it.
I promise you, it's very easy. I will happily come over for a day and help you make a bunch of stuff that you can make to make edibles with.
Yes.
It'll be very easy. I promise you.
And then you can bring the edibles that I'm also paying for from your second husband.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah? We'll do those while we make the stuff.
Oh my god. It's going to be impossible for me to focus, but you got it.
So we'll be okay. Don't you worry. I believe in us.
I'm kind of queen of winging it, and
I'm aware.
It doesn't often work out. It's funny because it's with certain things. When it comes to, like, it's different. When it comes to, like, schoolwork or this or, like, work, I have to be a little bit more organized. But when it comes to fucking putting up oh my god, my brain is gonna... our curtain rod, Mark's trying to be very particular about it, and I'm just like, just put it up there, all right? And just random shit like that, I'm just like, let's just fucking wing it. Who needs the directions? And I always fuck it up when I do that, but I have no impulse control when it comes to that, so.
Fair. At least you can recognize that. Also, by the way, my name's Kaylee.
Oh, yes.
That's Laura. I don't know how far we're in we are because
spoil it for them.
We don't spoil it for them.
I was being suspenseful.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, actually, I was trying to make up a name, and I don't got that.
You were trying to make up a name. Okay. Laura's in disguise today, apparently. I mean, Laura's not here. We have a special
What?
guest filling in for Laura. That sounds just like her.
I was gonna do a voice just now, and it probably was gonna sound like I'm from South Park, so I decided not to, but moving on. I was very tired on the way home today, and now I'm just like, it's like I did
energy.
I don't know where it came from, but it's here. A little bit clear.
It's this.
That's true. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I was gonna say, I saw this video the other day about how, basically our generation, our age group, was basically groomed by our cartoons to love thick goth women, and I was like, oh my god, it's so fucking true. It's so fucking true. Every cartoon had at least one thick goth girl, and it was all of our favorites. Every single fucking one of us is like, her. It's her.
She's a cool ass bitch right there.
The goth one, that's the one I fucking want. And now, guess what? Everyone wants a thick goth girlfriend. And it's just, we were groomed into, some person put their fantasy into our cartoons. Look at us now. Am I against it? No, I'm fine with it. Like, listen, right. My life is better with thick goth ladies in it. Love it. But no, I can't deny it.
But no, it cannot be unseen once you have that information.
The proof is there when you go back to all of the cartoons we watched as kids and you just see all the goth girls.
I saw the same post and they had like a picture behind it of all of them in each cartoon.
Yes!
And I'm like, fuck, dude. All right.
I'm like, shit, he called me out right now. Fuck. Oh my god, yeah. No, I saw that and I was like, that's fucking fantastic. I love that. What have you been up to, Laura? Anything interesting?
Well, just speaking of posts, I saw one today, and I took a picture of it, because I don't know if this was something you did in your childhood, but the post is, and it says, we were legit 7 years old making ashtrays in art class for our parents. Did you ever do that? I remember doing that a ton. And that's kind of crazy.
I don't know if we ever made ashtrays. I don't think we ever made ashtrays.
I remember making my mom ashtrays for sure.
I don't remember doing that.
Does your mom smoke cigarettes? Or did she?
She did, but also my parents stopped smoking when I was like really young.
Yeah.
They went and got like hypnotized.
Wow.
It worked for them, apparently.
That's cool.
They stopped smoking, but, yeah, no, they stopped smoking when I was really young, because we were...
Okay.
Yeah, we were living in our first house in Maine when they stopped smoking, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, my mom quit probably 15, 20 years ago, but yeah. I was still in, like, first grade,
I was
definitely making ashtrays.
I think I was in, like, preschool, kindergarten... when they stopped smoking.
Yes,
so we
not clay capability age yet.
No, we never made ashtrays for my parents at that age.
It's just kind of wild.
That is funny, though. I feel like that's something that a lot of kids in the 80s would have done.
Yeah.
In the 90s, you know?
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, my town was keeping tradition alive for as long as possible.
As long as possible.
Small town traditions die hard, baby.
Yeah, they do. Oh my god, that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Anything
that's
else
all
besides
for you?
That's it? Nothing else interesting has gone on? Okay. That's it. That's all she's got for us, folks. That's all she's got for us today.
Yeah.
Nothing that fun. Cool.
No, I'm trying to think still. It's like just stupid stuff. So it's like, doesn't even matter. Mostly that post. It's been in my mind. Thanks for listening.
It's been in my mind.
Yeah. So. Did you tell us what's going on with you?
No, but not much. Let's see. We did do stuff this past weekend. We had a wedding that we went to this past weekend. That was fun.
Were you the person to get them married again?
No.
You didn't.
We were just attending. We were just attending this one. We were just guests. Thank God. Putting on a wedding is a lot of work. And it's very stressful. So, but yeah, no, we were just guests there. It was, he's not a coworker, but he works for another company, but he does the exact same thing as me, but beer.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So, we have a shared account, and this is the one that I think I told you about this. His now wife is Nick's ex-girlfriend from like middle school.
Yes.
Yeah, I told you about her. And yeah, so we've been becoming friends with them, like couple friends, you know.
Right.
On that. But now that their wedding is over, they can actually come and hang out with us because now they're not planning a fucking wedding. They don't have a bunch of shit going on every weekend. So, but we had their wedding this past weekend. That was fun. The property was fucking gorgeous. Nick was sad because he forgot his fishing pole and fishing stuff. That's what happens when he makes me drive and we take my car. The one time he's like, "You're driving."
I'm like,
he
"Oh,
wasn't
fine."
Prepared.
Should have thought
He
that
wasn't
one
prepared.
through. Also, my brother's name is Nick. I could call you some stuff. Don't make me. Years of knowing a Nicholas.
That's so funny. That's so funny. He can't hear you, but that's so funny.
Just looking at him.
Because he just looked at me.
He's like, "Oh God."
He is in the room with us, folks. He's just over in his corner playing his video game.
Yes.
While we record, because he had to get off of my laptop. We were playing Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know if you've heard of that at all, Laura, because I know you're not a gamer. Maybe Mark has heard of it. But it's basically an open world RPG. You know D&D.
Mm-hmm.
It's D&D in video game form. Literally. It's literally D&D in video game form. Sir?
You better sit back down.
He just took his pants off.
I was like, I don't know what
stood up
you're
and
doing.
He just stood up suddenly and just slowly took his... Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's a lot of things over here that you don't want to spill on your expensive computer. Get out of here. Throwing his
Nicholas?
socks at me.
What's his middle name?
Skay.
Well, I can go a lot of places with that as well. It's because I want to give you a Nicholas Skay
she wants to give you a Nicholas Skay talking to is what she wants to do.
Because you do not throw things. Like Kaylee.
He said it's okay, we don't have that kind of relationship yet.
Oh, we don't need to. I got weapons. It's fine.
We don't need to. I got weapons.
Oh, and I know I have, like, car anxiety, so I am terrified to drive all the way to where you are, but if I am feeling petty or spiteful...
She'll do it.
I will do it out of pure rage. Don't fucking make me.
Should I just start coming up with reasons, like just being like, oh my god, this person did X, Y, Z, like, we need to go, like, do X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And you're gonna be like, alright, I'll be there soon. I'll just be sitting there on my couch like, what's up? Let's hang out, girl.
I shall already have my weapons, so... I'm gonna find some sort of trouble, then come on.
Oh my god, that's great. I love that.
Oh my
that's so
God.
funny. Oh man. Oh god, yeah, so I was saying, wedding. We went to a wedding. This weekend is the bachelorette party for my best friend. Hopefully the weather is decent when we actually go out. Because it's supposed to be not great.
Mark was saying
there's a hurricane.
Yeah, and I
There's
was
a hurricane
like,
passing through. We're getting the residual shit. Okay, so I was looking at the weather earlier today. So I think it's a part of probably what you got, because you're more inland, right, in Mass?
Yeah, like Western
So I think it's
Mass.
mostly the coastal.
Okay. I mean, a town over for me just got fucking fucked up yesterday.
So
by
I think that's what you're getting
rain.
for weather right now.
Okay.
Is
it
because
flooded our
it's
basement,
it's gonna be coming through for us starting tonight. So that tracks that you're going through what we're probably about to get.
Yeah, it rained all day today, but like not in like a severe way.
For
this
us,
time.
It's supposed to be. I think tonight and tomorrow is supposed to be the worst of it. You know. But, I think Saturday, it's just supposed to, like, rain in the morning, and obviously we're not going out until Saturday night, and we'll be in Boston, but I'm just hoping that it's okay for driving to Boston.
Yeah.
Because I'll be driving, so we'll see what happens with that. But, other than that, hoping this Hurricane Lee doesn't fucking ruin the bachelorette party. But yeah, so yeah, we're getting residual shit from a hurricane. But yeah, because we're coastal, so because we're we're right along the coast of Maine. So we'll probably get a little bit worse than what you got. Because we're coastal, so.
I feel like it did flood my yard a lot, but that's also a problem I have. But it was way more than typical, and then it like started going into my basement. But where my brother lives, like there's sinkholes, there's bridges out, there was tractor trailer trucks stuck in 8 feet of water.
Yeah,
everything was closed for hours. It was insane.
It's supposed to be wild. Bad in the coastal areas and shit. So
yeah,
because it's supposed to be mostly riptides and shit, I'm pretty sure, from the ocean. There's a lot of rip warnings, and a lot of warnings for boats and everything.
That's so interesting that, like... So I've never heard of that, so that's so cool that you know. I'd never heard of it
either. I literally was just looking at the weather because I saw something. I saw a TikTok, and this guy was on his boat talking about how you can see that there's bad weather coming from this hurricane because that the storm that's coming is really bad because of the birds, because of the way the birds are acting. And he was out on a boat, and I didn't realize he was in Maine until I went through the comments, because I always scroll through the comments, and they were talking about being in Maine, and I was like, wait, I'm sorry, what is happening? It was posted like 6 hours ago, and then I went looking on the weather app, and it mentions there's rip current warnings, so it's mostly to do, there's a tropical storm watch. It's basically for us going to be until tomorrow.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong, like, it's obviously dangerous and can be very damaging, but also so fucking cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
But yeah, so thankfully tomorrow for work, I'll basically be right in the area where I live. I really only have a few stops that have to be done tomorrow. So that's easy enough at least, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how bad it gets here. I'm very curious about it, because I had no clue this was happening until literally an hour ago. And I was like, I'm sorry, what's happening? Not even an hour.
I didn't even know it was going to happen, and I just, like, I knew it was going to rain. That's fine, whatever. It's been raining all fucking summer. So it's no big deal. Like, on my way to work, there is a road that is basically shut down because it's on the edge of a mountain, and we've had so much rain that the mountain is disintegrating, and it's disintegrating the road, and they don't know how to fix it. And I'm like, what is happening?
Put out a big net to catch all the falling rocks.
And falling humans at this point.
Yeah, too. Yeah. So I'm curious to see what happens. So you were getting what we're about to get, because I saw a little map thing that showed it coming over Mass New
Your
Hampshire and
way,
coming
yeah.
over us, and I was like, and now that you say that, that makes sense because where it was coming from was kind of around like Western Mass ish, kind of.
It was really cool, honestly.
I bet.
I wasn't as scared to drive in it as I thought.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. And
Proud
then
of
my
you for
brother and
driving
I went out and played in the rain because it was flooding everywhere and it was fun. So
I'm curious to see if Basement here will flood because our front yard floods really badly. Even when it just downpours, it can flood out there. So I'm curious to see what'll happen.
absolutely.
We'll find out. I'll report back to you next time.
Be careful.
We'll report back to you on that one and let you know.
And that's on the weather in New England area.
And that's on that with the weather in New England. This has been Weather with Kaylee and Laura. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, I love it. I don't need to insert a sound. You made the sound for us.
You're welcome. I was just trying to make your job easier, right?
I love it. I love it. This has been The Weather with Kaylee and Laura. Thanks for tuning in. Cool. Well, that's all I've got. Anything else you want to chat about? Or do you want to just
I'm good.
hop right into it? And
Yes. What are we talking about today, Kaylee? What'd you find? Or a good website
first or
for?
you first? Did I go
Questionable.
first last time, or did you go first last time? You froze.
You froze, bitch. I don't know. Oh shoot! Is my Wi-Fi on? No. What is happening?
I really hope you don't unfreeze. Oh god. Oh god. You froze. There you go. I got you. You froze in the greatest.
Don't send me the picture. No, I don't want to see it. Oh god.
I can send you the picture.
I will put on my Wi-Fi. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Hey.
Laura for president. This message is approved by Laura.
How dare you make such a good joke, because now I'm gonna have to use it for a post, you bitch!
Can you please crop the photo where it's just you, and then I need you in that top open space to be, this message is approved by Laura, and it's your, like, just, like, stoned looking face, just...
Oh, I have, like, Bell's palsy in this picture. What's happening? Got it. Thanks.
I can't wait.
What episode is this? How many weeks till the countdown
It's like
of
10.
my demise?
It's
Great.
10? I think you got a few episodes to go before we get to this one.
And I shall cry every day till then, and every day probably after. Got it.
It'll be fantastic.
Oh, well, I'm putting the
that's
caption
great.
as you, it's you torturing me, because... And you're gonna make me make my own post of embarrassment.
Oh, I'll make
Thank
it.
you.
I'll make it.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to make it. I'll happily
Okay.
make it. You were just all like, oh, should I make a post with it? I'm like, I'll fucking
No,
make
now
it.
I said I have to, because
It's gotta happen.
it's a moment
gonna happen.
now, so...
It's gonna happen. Don't worry.
The audacity.
Can't wait. Cool. So, is it you want me to go first, or are you going first? Do I have to go first?
I'm
Who went first
flexible
last
to
time? Do we
whatever
know?
we want to
Do
do.
you remember who went first last
What
time?
did we even talk about last time?
That's a good question. That's what we talked about last time. You think I can remember what we talked about last time? Alright, so then it is me first. So, we are talking about weird salads that aren't salads.
So for once, You bring a silly topic, and I bring a
Yes.
serious topic. This is
Oh, roles are reversed this time.
Look at
Interesting.
Not
And
even
here, I
clever.
bet Laura thought she was being slick, like, oh, I'm gonna do something creepy, and I bet, like, Kaylee would probably do something weird or fucking, like, whatever, and it'll kind of, like, work, and then, boom, I come in with something totally off kilter, just completely different. But that's what keeps it fun over here at Chaos and Cats. That's what keeps it fun.
Oh, God. I can't wait for this.
So we're gonna go through a listicle here, and that's why I was struggling, is I needed to find a good list that also tells me what's in some of these salads, you know? I want to know what's in some of these salads, because some of them I'm like, I'm sorry, who's the what, how I know? The fuck is that? And my chef husband is over here, so I can't wait for his trauma of hearing some of these salads and what the fuck is in these things. So yeah, feel free to pipe up a little bit in the background there over there, dear. I'm sure the listeners will love it.
Get ready.
All right, so the first one is called a strawberry pretzel jello salad. It is definitely more like a pie, but they call it a salad. I don't know. But it actually does sound kind of good. So it's a layer, it's like a pretzel crust, and then you've got cream cheese, strawberry gelatin, and a whipped cream topping. And then they put pecans on it? Pecans? How do you say pecans? Pecans?
It's really whatever I'm feeling in the moment or what flows
Same.
better.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone in that.
Or caramel. It's really
same. I interchange it. I like to change it up, you know? You never know what I'm gonna hit you with.
But I'm gonna throw the pecans right off the fucking whatever that is. That's
same.
gross.
But I think that sounds interesting. If someone put that down, I'd be like, I'll try it. I'll try it.
All the components are good, so
yeah, exactly. What could go wrong? The next one,
but not a salad. So sorry, just to clarify.
No, that is not a salad. It is literally in a dish pan, like a rectangular dish pan, like baking dish. No. The next one is a classic.
Oh.
Macaroni salad with ham. They don't give me the recipe.
Yeah, but I at least know what that is. Do they give me the recipe? You know?
Wait. I feel like this is classic, though.
Cheese and mayonnaise.
Elbow macaroni, chopped cooked ham, cucumber, tomato, bell pepper. You got red, yellow, and green bell pepper. You got mayo, Cajun seasoning, and lemon juice. And salt to taste. There's no greens in it, though. No greens.
I feel like if there's no greens, it basically can't be a salad.
Well,
that one's a pasta salad, right?
Yeah, I would consider it like a pasta salad.
What did they call it? Is that what they called it?
No.
What did they call it?
They called it a macaroni salad. They called it a macaroni salad.
Dang.
I saw a list that was like macaroni salad, pasta salad in 2 separate categories. I'm like, that's the same thing.
What? And by the way, I'm only eating the pasta out of that because that's a terrible time, honestly.
I like a lot of the things that were in there. All right, the next one, we get a little weird. Cranberry fluff salad. All right, let me go into the recipe.
It's already a texture thing that's an issue.
You've got cranberries. You can do fresh or frozen. You got to do some sugar in there. You're going to do some miniature marshmallows, cream cheese, heavy whipping cream, toasted pecans, seedless grapes. Mix it all together.
Where the fuck did the grapes come from? What?
You're making... Okay, so you have to puree, like, the cranberries, and you're making it pink and stuff.
So it's a smoothie.
No.
It's giving smoothie vibes.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they just blended the cranberries so they were finely chopped. Never mind.
Oh.
Never mind. And the cranberries then turn everything pink. Because, you know, they've been opened up. But yeah, no, and then you just mix in a bunch of cream cheese that's been, like, nice and sweetened. Like how you'd make, like, probably like a cheesecake. You throw in your sugar and you whisk it all up and stuff. And then you mix it all together with some seedless grapes, some marshmallows, some cranberries. Throw some pecans on top. And you've got cranberry fluff salad. How do you feel about that,
It's not
Nicholas?
fucking salad.
And it's a big no.
It's a big no
It's
from Laura.
It's a fucking pudding. What are you talking about? It's a fucking pudding.
It does look like a pudding.
That's
in
exactly
that
what the pudding
picture.
is.
Grapes? I'm a big fan of grapes, but someone just like,
I know, the
That's what I
grapes
got in my
feels
fridge.
weird and out
Let's
of
go.
left field. Like, some stoner made this salad, and they're like, grapes, throw them in. I want this with grapes, too. Like, all
no,
these
I'm
salads...
thinking like pregnant people, like
Oh, okay.
wild cravings.
Yeah, I'm thinking someone who's either really fucked up and just has this wild craving, or pregnant as fuck and has these weird cravings where they make these things, because these things are fucking weird.
And also, no salad to be seen. Not once yet.
Yeah, no, because they're salads that are not salads. They're just
Disgusting.
called salads.
Disgusting.
All right, our next one
They're abominations at this
is
point.
weird. Whipped cream corn salad.
No,
You no.
It is fresh corn that is dressed with a light, fluffy cloud of whipped cream.
That's disgusting.
Okay,
Who
so my
hurt you? Who fucking hurt you?
it's the only way they were able to eat vegetables,
It's
alright?
the only way they were able to eat vegetables. I love that.
The struggle
I
is
fucking
real,
love
but that's
that.
still gross. Because-
Because it has red sauce does not mean you're getting your fucking veggies for the day.
Oh man, I love it. Oh, that's great. That's gross. That's
But
weird.
corn, no matter how much you cook it, it's crunchy. So for it to
Oh,
be
yeah.
with something that's soft,
Yeah.
it's ruined the whole thing for me. And that's just like a liquid. You're just drinking sweet corn at this point.
It's actually thick
Oh,
because you're
It's a
using
big whip?
whipped cream. You're using like a thick
Oh.
whipped cream. Yeah, I think
honestly, way worse.
like a heavy cream. Like, yeah, you're whipping heavy cream. and
So
you're making,
you just
like,
sprinkle
whipped
in
cream.
some corn.
You do a whole bunch of corn. And
It's
then you
grossing
do
me out the more I think how much corn you think is going to be put in there because that's disgusting.
this picture that I'm looking at is all corn.
So,
And it's just coated
oh my
in
God.
whipped cream. It is creamed corn, basically, with less
my God.
liquid, thickly coated.
I don't know if you know these things about me, but I'm a very picky eater. And even just
I do
thinking
know
about
these
this stuff
things.
freaks me out. And
I'm
then
tormenting
I
both of you.
and then I picture eating it and it's just like, ugh, I can't. Oh, it's giving
All right.
me like,
Alright. Before Laura pukes.
no,
on
I'm
us.
loving this because it's hilarious, but disgusting. Who are these people?
Oh yeah, no, I
Hunt
feel
them
so bad for
down?
these people.
I think
Hunt
something's wrong
them
with
down.
them. They've got autism.
Lock them away. Get them help. Alright, let's move on from the...
horrifying part about it all is that they were proud enough and they're willing to stand behind it, put their name on it, and submit it to food forums with pride in their heart to say this is
These
fucking
are
good."
classic dishes from
And
like the South, guys.
That is what makes it terrible. Is that they think
Laura.
this is amazing. That's
Yeah,
the worst
like
part.
these are
Come
dishes you will get. These are dishes you will get basically only in the southern half of the U.S. Basically,
I mean,
maybe the Midwest too. The Midwest will
up.
have some of them.
but come on, we have a line. I think you're crossing it.
They have run past that line.
The whole
All right.
abortion thing was an issue, but even this, come on. Just kidding.
Oh
Jokes.
gosh. Oh gosh. Alright. Our next one is creamy overnight fruit salad.
Yummy, yummy fruit salad.
It starts with canned fruit for convenience.
Unfortunately.
Canned fruit. You got grapes, pineapples, mandarin. You got pitted dark cherries,
No.
bananas, and mini marshmallows with whipping cream.
This is
Fucking gross.
Oh.
Fucking gross. Everything is red and pink and it looks like just flesh in the morning. I don't need to see a picture. I know what this is. It's just...
It looks like that. There's no pink. That
but
is
like
our
canned-
creamy fruits.
canned
Very
stuff.
shit fucking bled everywhere.
Canned stuff, especially. It's just one giant taste at this point. You can't even taste anything.
I know, right? It just tastes like the can at that point.
This I feel like I could get behind eating if it was fresh fruit. It's because
But it's not. It's canned fruit.
that, and I can't do that. But I'll have strawberries and like whipped cream and stuff. It's delicious.
It's all
and
for
I-
convenience. You can do it with fresh fruit, but
I-
canned fruit is just recommended for convenience.
Recommended. Nobody should recommend canned fruit to me.
All right,
Ab-
all right. This next one actually sounds
Oh,
pretty good.
oh,
Deviled egg potato salad. So you're literally just mixing potato salad
and egg
with
salad.
some deviled eggs on it. No, you like make deviled eggs, I think, and then you put them on it. I'm not sure. What are we doing here?
That just sounds like egg salad and potato salad just smashed
Deviled
together.
egg potatoes. Hold on, let me read the recipe here.
And I can get behind that, honestly. It's the only two
Let's read
salads
this.
I don't like. There was some of that pasta salad, but only the pasta in it as well. And
Okay.
I like that too.
The deviled egg potato salad has the classic elements of yellow mustard and pickle relish, plus a dash of hot sauce. If you want to kick things up a bit, add more hot sauce, some red
Excuse
pepper
me.
flakes, or diced hot peppers.
My butthole!
A butthole? To make this potato salad, let's see. All right.
Sorry. Is right.
All right, so you make potato salad like you normally would, but I guess you just change up some of the ingredients that you would use. Coarsely
Oh,
chop 3 eggs.
Are
in
there
half.
even? Oh, okay.
Hold
So
on,
there
I'm
are
reading,
eggs
I'm
in there.
reading. Add potatoes, chopped eggs, along with mayonnaise mixture. Okay, you're making, I believe, the mayonnaise mixture with the yolk
Mm-hmm.
for the potato salad.
That honestly
You're making
sounds
the deviled
bomb
egg
hot.
mixture. You're putting the chopped egg
No relish.
whites
Fuck that
in
shit.
there with the potatoes, and
Mhm.
you're using the yolk mixture that you would use for deviled eggs for the potato salad. That actually sounds kind of good.
That does sound good.
Sounds like a good potato.
Yeah, it
It
sounds
sounds
like a really
like a
good
good
potato salad with
Thanksgiving
the
potato
egg
salad.
whites in there. Yeah, and then you have the
Yeah.
chopped eggs in there. I can
That
get down
sounds
with that.
good.
It actually sounds pretty fucking
Save
good.
that, you know,
that-
real quick. Huh? I wouldn't.
Chef approved for tonight's special.
We're saving that one. We're gonna save that idea. All right, saved. All right. Who knew there'd be a decent sounding one? All right. Now we move on to a classic that I feel like everybody has heard.
Classic.
Laura froze. Hold on. There she is. Okay. Ambrosia salad. You ever heard of it? I've heard of it at least.
It sounds familiar, but I have no idea what it is.
It's basically oranges, canned pineapple,
But is it whipped cream?
coconut flakes,
Poor choice, but got it.
with usually some form of cream on it. I think it's usually done with like condensed milk though. I don't know, this recipe isn't exactly, they're not really giving me the sauce that they would put on top of it.
It's because they put coconut flakes in it. You know, they knew it was downhill
Same.
from there, so they panicked and
Okay,
just
okay,
fucked it up.
okay. Some renditions call for whipped cream, marshmallows, fruit cocktail, and fruit cocktail. So that's that like canned fruit cocktail you can get.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And then this recipe that this site did is the oranges, pineapples, sweetened coconut, and they don't do the whipped cream on it, but classically it has some form of cream of the whipped sort on there.
And I can get behind some of that. I might pick around some of it too, but
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Field pea, corn, and bacon salad.
What was the first word of that?
Field pea.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
peas.
Okay.
Peas, corn, and bacon salad. It is literally peas, corn, and bacon mixed together with like maybe a vinaigrette on top.
Not for me, but I can see how that
No,
might
not
be
for me,
appealing
but-
for others.
Okay.
They all at least kind of go together, so whatever. But pass.
Then you've got heirloom tomato cracker salad. It's like a tomato sandwich deconstructed and only calls for a few ingredients, including saltine crackers and, of course, a little bit of mayonnaise.
Of course. Duh.
And then tomatoes. Literally tomatoes, saltine crackers, and mayonnaise. And then, you can sprinkle some salt and pepper on there if you want, but yeah. Yep.
I mean...
In order? Yeah. Yeah. It's not a salad.
And I hate whoever wrote this for using the term deconstructed. I hate
I mean, a tomato sandwich is just bread, tomato, mayo, salt, pepper. So it's like a deconstructed tomato sandwich, but with crackers. So they're not wrong.
You heard it here first,
And
folks.
we move forward to the Watergate salad.
Mm-hmm.
You might also know this recipe as pineapple pistachio delight, green fluff, or funeral salad.
I do know what this one is, and I've never tried it. Sounds like a terrible
Made
time.
from pistachio flavored instant pudding mix, canned pineapples, whipped cream, mini marshmallows, and toasted nuts. It's an American potluck classique.
And I've not tried it once, and I've seen it a bunch.
Never seen it, don't want to see it, don't want to try it. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh.
And what is that face?
Cherry cola salad.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
We like to say that the only thing more retro than a congealed salad is a congealed salad made with Coke.
But cherry Coke?
It's from 1980. The recipe is from 1980s.
Congealed?
You use dark sweet cherries, crushed pineapple. You use finely chopped celery, pecans, of course, flaked coconut. You mix that up in some black cherry, raspberry gelatin with a can of cola. Doesn't say it has to be cherry cola, but a can of cola.
Okay.
And you also have got cream cheese.
Okay.
And you combine the celery, pecans, cherries, pineapple, and if desired, coconut in a bowl. Beat the cream cheese in a separate bowl until smooth and fluffy. Add fruit mixture to the cream cheese, stirring well. Fold cream cheese mixture into gelatin. Pour into pan and chill until firm. Cut into squares to serve.
It is seeming like if people want to see us cook and try these, you're going to have to pay us because these are disgusting.
Oh yeah, no, you ain't getting this for free.
It's disgusting.
It
Celery?
looks like a a weird brownie from this picture. Like, it almost looks like a red velvet brownie, but then I saw the congealed word, and then I saw that it was made with gelatin and cream cheese and
Celery.
cola
Who just
and
snuck
celery.
in
Why
there?
celery? Why is there celery in
You're gonna make
here?
it disgusting. You don't need to try to make it healthy, alright? Just don't eat it.
That sounds too good. We're gonna keep moving forward. Marinated watermelon tomato salad.
I've definitely seen that in a cookbook before. I thought it was weird as fuck, but it was like summer
It's
salad.
like basically just tomato, watermelon, mint, some onions, some goat cheese. Put feta on there instead of goat cheese. I don't like goat cheese. And then I think there was also a vinaigrette mentioned.
I mean,
honey.
that'd be it. Oh,
Honey
right.
and lime. Okay, interesting.
Honestly,
I don't-
Not bad.
I just don't know how I feel about tomatoes and watermelon together.
I don't
I
like
love both.
tomatoes, so I wouldn't
I love
try
both.
it. But I
Love
think
both.
it would. Texture would be weird, but I think flavor would be good.
Interesting.
Interesting. But like I said, I've definitely seen that, especially with like the mint, because that's good for the watermelon
See,
and all that.
I don't like mint. I don't like mint. Like anything.
Even like gum and stuff and toothpaste.
Oh god, no, absolutely not. I cannot stand it in gum and toothpaste form. It took me so long to be okay with using like regular
Oh.
toothpaste without like almost throwing up. It took me years. I used to use like, even though I didn't care for it, like I used the bubblegum stuff for so fucking long because I could not stand the mint stuff. And then eventually my mom was like, yeah, you need to get over it and get used to it. And I'm like, I don't like this stuff. And I can only really use Crest. If I use any other type, it's too strong.
Mm.
I don't like it. I can't do mint. Mm-mm.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I don't like mint. I don't like mint anything.
I don't
Love
like
is to knit.
spearmint.
I don't like any kind of
Peppermint is good.
mint.
So you don't like candy canes?
No.
Oh,
Well,
the
not the
life
mint
you
kinds.
live.
Not
the
the
life
mint kinds.
you live, girl.
I just get the other ones.
Nah. I mean, yes,
like-
I do like the other ones
I
too.
still get candy canes. I just don't get peppermint ones. It's like getting a little peppermint candy. It's peppermint. It's gross.
It's classic.
It's terrible. Yeah, I get my candy cane, just not in your disgusting peppermint form. I get it in, like, a delicious Jolly Rancher form or something. It's fucking wonderful.
I agree. I'm not saying it's not. Just saying you.
I still get the experience. I just don't need your gross-ass mint. That's right. We're gonna throw down right now. If you really want to throw down right now, girl, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I can't say too much. I'm a picky eater. I hate literally everything. I just feel sad for you. That's all.
I'm not that picky. I'm not as picky as you. I'm better
For your
than
candy
you when it
cane
comes to
loss.
picking.
That's all. Classic candy cane for Christmas.
That's great. I'm not sad for me. I'm
I'm
living
sad
my
for
best
you.
life over here. I've experienced it. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. Trauma! Alright. We're almost done. I'm gonna grab a couple more
Disgusting ones. Thank you.
Lime, gelatin, and cottage cheese salad. And they do it in that, like, bundt cake mold. So it
Ew.
comes out looking like a
I
bundt cake.
hate when Jello has ridges. Oh my god!
Yeah, they do it in, like, that bundt cake mold.
And then you
It's
can
literally...
like put it all out on a dish and you see it all in there. It's disgusting.
Oh, this is purely savory.
What?
You're doing lime gelatin, lemon gelatin, crushed pineapple, cottage cheese, mayonnaise, sweetened condensed milk, horseradish,
Ew.
lemon juice, and chopped nuts. I'm more... Oh god, there's a video of it, and they just showed it jiggling. And I just,
It's
oh
my
god, they're
whole
showing
body.
the inside of it. I don't like that. It's so chunky. Oh no.
Can you save this video, please? Thank you.
I don't want it.
Can you save it and send it to me for future
We'll
reference?
have the source linked.
Okay, that's good.
You can click on each recipe on this list.
As much as I hate this, I need to torture others.
Okay, this
so,
actually
you know.
sounds good. It's cheesecake fruit salad. It's literally just cheesecake filling, fruit covered in cheesecake filling. I'm down with that. Like, that sounds delicious.
That sounds delicious.
And they did this with fresh fruit, so that sounds fucking
especially
wonderful.
strawberries. Oh, I'm here for it. Give it to me.
Southern cornbread salad. It looks interesting. It looks like it's probably good as fuck. But it's not. Not a salad.
It has the word bread in
They
it.
tried. They tried. It looks like it could be a salad. But you got bacon, you got mayo, you got your cornbread mixed in there, you got black-eyed peas, canned black-eyed peas. You got olive oil in there, you got some cherry tomatoes, you got some corn in there, you got some bell peppers in there, you got some red onion in there. All cooked up, some of it raw maybe. Maybe this is raw, I don't know. But yeah, and it's all those things mixed together. So it's interesting.
So it's interesting.
What the fuck?
Also, can I just ask, why do you think the Black Eyed Peas named themselves the Black Eyed Peas? Like, are the peas
I think
really
I
that
actually
good?
learned about that, but I don't remember.
That's okay. It's just always been weird.
You know, I'm not sure on that one.
That's okay. You don't have to be. It was a random trivia.
They are called that because black-eyed peas are food for the soul. That is what will.i.am said.
Hmm.
I have that answer for you. I don't know if that makes you feel any better, but... This next one's weird. Carrot and raisin salad.
Raisin anything should die.
It's carrots, raisins, pineapple, and mayonnaise. They even have some nuts topping this one. Alright.
I just...
So, yeah. That's, there's another bundt cake gelatin one.
No.
But it looks like it's just a fruit, like layered cranberry fruit gelatin thing. But yeah, that was our list of salads that are definitely not salads.
And y'all don't
these
have
are-
the the video, but there were a lot of faces being made.
a lot of faces,
And
a lot of
gestures.
reactions
Yeah,
were
so-
happening. My sources are southernliving.com. It will be linked. But yeah, y'all got some weird fucking salads out there. I don't...
That was a trip,
or
man.
shit you're calling salads that, like, I don't know about that, man. I know a salad is, like, you know, a lot of like, a bunch of things mixed together, like,
Right.
whatever. But, like, still, like,
Why you gotta put, like, whipped cream and mayonnaise and everything? Like, what is
I don't know how
that?
I feel about these things.
Celery? You're gonna sneak celery in there? I still don't like that.
See, that's what gets me is when they sneak the celery in there out of nowhere. So I'm like, what's the point? Why do we need this? We don't need this.
And so
Get
many
Get
nuts.
that shit out of here. Oh my god, so many nuts.
Poor choices by many. Almost all of them.
By all of them.
Except for that one
Oh yeah, except for that
kind of
one.
get down with.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw this like TikTok of someone making this, I don't even know what they called it, but it was like strawberry milk and strawberries and bananas and ice, and then they pour in like water and Sprite or something, and it's supposed to be like really delicious. And I'm like, it's supposed to be like a fruit cereal,
I don't.
and I kind of
Interesting.
want to try it.
It sounds interesting. I'm not like against it.
So it's been on my
Interesting.
potential bucket list. Might try it. Strawberry
maybe-
milk though,
Maybe
delicious.
maybe we could try that together.
Here we go. We'll record that for y'all.
Yeah. All right, Laura, what do you got for us?
Oh boy. Well,
What rabbit hole are we diving down with you?
all right. So I get random ass news articles that pop up on my phone all the time. And I got this one that headlined: A church in Kansas City says they have a miracle. The body of a nun who died 4 years ago has not decomposed and might be a saint. Now, I know nothing about this, like this whole culture. And
I have heard about this. The further you get, the more I'll remember.
Of course.
Because ADHD, I forget everything. But it's very interesting when those things happen. But yes, continue forward. We can delve down into this whole conversation. This is okay. All right, let me light this joint because this is gonna be a whole thing we're about to get into here.
I'm just like, because they also have a picture of her.
What is it called?
Do you want me to just send you the link?
Yeah, send me the link. I want to see the picture. Oh, I probably just found it. I just searched Church Miracle Nun.
Church Miracle Nun. Well, that's the name of our episode. How could it not be?
We've had so many good names options that have
I
happened
know,
so far.
what
Literally,
is this?
literally, I've just considered his
All
just
the nuts?
no. Just his
Just
no. Just when he
I
pops
love
in
that.
and says no,
No.
just no.
This cherries, no.
Yeah, I think I've heard about this, but please continue and tell us about it, Laura.
A Missouri abbey is allowing people to visit the body of a nun who died 4 years ago. The abbey's nuns say Sister, oh gosh, Wilhelmina, thank you guys, Lancaster might be incorruptible. I don't know, can you read these things with me?
Corruptible.
Yes.
Which article? Did you send me the actual article?
I
you're reading
did.
from? Yes. Okay.
But
Let me go to the article you're looking at.
Okay, just because I know what these
no,
words
I was-
mean, but I don't read out loud, so pronouncing them, not great.
I was in the article. Where are we starting?
Just at the bullet points.
Okay, there we go. All right.
But the
okay.
term
All right.
refers to the miracle that some bodies don't decompose all the way after death.
So first, I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure her name is Sister Wilhelmina.
Thank you.
I could be, but I'm pretty sure it's
I mean, you're
Wilhelmina.
beautiful at pronouncing names, especially like, not that she has a foreign name, but you've talked a lot about people from different, like, and you're just so great. Oh,
Thanks, I try my
I
best.
cannot do it.
But yeah, and
But you can go see her at the Small Missouri Abbey every day, 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And that was cool. But this basically started me having a lot of questions of like, what the fuck? And what causes this? Like, do we know? But it I got to go to my other news article.
yes. Swapping articles. Laura's doing this on her phone, by the way, people.
Yeah.
She's not fancy like me with a second screen.
I'm gonna send you this article too. You go batch. Because you need them anyways, so.
Yes, I do. I do.
But I just didn't know what any of that means. So this article talks about it a lot, and it's kind of cool because it says, it's a fact, carbon-based life forms here on Earth are eventually going to cease to exist, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Without life-sustaining processes like blood circulation and metabolism, the body begins to degrade, and they explain that. I'll spare you. Yep, you are decomposed. Great, thank you for that.
I assume you want to go down to this, like, second paragraph, there are a number of documented cases.
Yeah, I was just looking at that one. Yeah, because the rest is like, too much. There are a number of documented cases in which people have been exhumed years after their death and were found preserved. Don't know that word. Even more.
Inexplicably.
Thank you. Preserved. Even more amazing. Some of these people have remained preserved for centuries, which is like, what the fuck? The church viewed this as a measure of
Sanctity.
and
Incorruptibles.
I can say that one good. I'm just glad I got it right.
I got you.
Peoples whose bodies were mysteriously thwart. Who wrote these? It's a rough time.
Whose bodies mysteriously thwart decay. Yeah, they've fought off the decay, is essentially what they're saying. They evaded it. They avoided it.
Yes, and incorruptibility became a component of beatification, the process of becoming a saint. I just want to get to the science part. Okay, there are churches all over the world today in which you can see incorruptibles on display. Some have begun to decay, and others are still fighting the process of decomposition even 100 years after their deaths. It talks about that there's a few techniques where human remains can be preserved. One of them is classically mummification. In this method, pioneered by the Egyptians, internal organs are carefully removed and body cavities are filled with herbs, which I did not know.
Yeah. Yeah, they fill your body cavity with herbs and with
other natural
and
materials that combat decay.
Mm-hmm.
The body is then bathed in oils and wrapped tightly in linen. The mummified remains of Egypt's early dynastic. Rulers can be found intact and on display, which that would kind of make sense, of course. I like that they have a reason for this. Mummification can also accidentally happen. In the 19th century, it was customary for the dead to remain interred. What does that even mean? For 5 years before being exhumed and cremated.
Interred.
Just
means they were put in. They were interred. They were
in the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they dig them back up and cremate them for funsies.
Interred for 5 years before being exhumed and cremated. I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what it's sounding like. That's what it sounds like they're saying. Is that
they seems like a lot of work.
Interred for 5 years.
Oh, but they want to make sure they're not a saint before they officially. And
you don't want to burn a saint.
No, you'd be fucked forever.
Blasphemous.
This life, next life, no. And
shame on you, dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your family.
All of it.
Dishonor.
It says that there were a lot of people in Mexico that were exhumed and discovered that the corpses buried in the graveyard weren't decomposing. They were mummified. And it said the salty, dry soil in the graveyard was responsible for the mummies now on display at the famous museum in town. And then there was this other man, he was hung in Denmark, and in 1950 his body was discovered remarkably preserved from the peat bog into which he had been dumped. Even his fine hair and beard were intact, which is
oh my god. The peat bogs are insane.
I don't know what
Have you ever looked into? It's a bog. You know what a bog is, right?
Kind of.
Yeah, but you know what a bog is. It's basically like a swamp.
Yeah.
That's what a peat bog is, essentially. But yeah, the bodies basically get, encased in these swamps, these bogs, and they get preserved. It's insane how well preserved they'll come out. Maybe we'll do an episode on peat bogs, because, not gonna lie, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty fucking interesting. But yeah, it is just what's in these bogs and the way your body gets encased in, I'm assuming the peat, which is basically like a moss. And your body is just kept from decomposing. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird, because there are cases where they thought they discovered a recently deceased person, and they'd open a case and they'd go and they'd look at the body only to realize that this body is thousands of years old, hundreds of years old. It's insane. It's so cool. So fascinating. Sorry, I'm a true crime fanatic.
That is
and I've learned about peat bogs, and they're insane. It's so crazy. It's so fucking crazy.
And it's funny because I would kind of think that they would have almost the opposite effect. Like, you would decompose faster.
You would think so.
Especially
But, like,
I
I mean, to be fair, a lot of, I mean, I'm pretty sure these are, like, swamps and bogs that are, like, that thicker kind of water, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like
I think it has to do with the moss, the peat moss specifically.
right.
I don't fully remember off the top of my head, so like I said, maybe we'll do an episode digging into it and like the science around it. But yeah, it's really interesting, the peat bogs. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something either in the water or the moss that causes it to help with the bodies being
I'll have to look
preserved.
up the difference between a peat bog and just like a general swamp, and obviously it might be that moss you were talking about.
Mhm.
And I just wonder where they are because I live next to so many swamps. My house is on
I
a
mean,
swamp.
they're probably
and-
all over the place in the U.S. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, we have so many different... You can go to so many different parts of the U.S. and in different areas of one state, you can find different climates.
Oh, definitely.
You can... Because, I mean, even here in, like, Maine and, like, in New York and stuff, there's plenty of swamps and bogs. Maybe not as intense as you'd get maybe in down like, in southern
Yeah, like
US.
Louisiana.
But you still get some types of bogs and swamps and stuff and marshes
Definitely.
and things like that. So
Well, I've always made the comment to Mark, who I love so dearly, but that if anything were to happen, I'll chop him up and throw him in the swamp.
don't throw them in the swamp.
So now I can't do that. Now I need a plan B. Although I'm just gonna get flesh-eating beetles,
So
you know.
let me just, I mean,
But
this is all
But-
obviously hypothetical and
of
not
course,
real.
I
and
love Mark.
just-
I don't see this forever happening. No, it's just for
But,
shits and giggles.
but, if you at least throw the body into a body of water, your evidence is gonna wash away. The longer it's in that water, the longer time you have, the more time you have for that body to decompose or get eaten by other creatures that live in that ocean, you know. I'd go for the ocean or something like that, and I'd go as deep as you could.
I was just say, yeah, you don't want it
body.
washing
I'd
back
go,
up or
like,
anything.
Ocean. Don't go to a lake. Lakes are a bad idea. Don't go to a fucking lake.
How to get away
God
with
damn
murder
it.
with Kaylee.
God damn it! Don't go to a fucking lake.
Hey, my
But
best
anyways.
friend had flesh-eating beetles, and I
That
probably
works too.
talked about it on our last podcast. But she would get roadkill and give it to the flesh-eating beetles so she could have the bones for like art and jewelry.
I
It
love
was
that we
really
both
cool.
have a friend that collects dead animals and tries to
I've done it
preserve
with
their
her.
bones in some ways.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to do it with my friend, but yeah, my best friend that lives in New York, she will literally just pick up roadkill off the side of the road and she'll preserve it in some way, shape, or form, or try a new method of trying to like clean it and stuff like that. And I'm like, I love you so much. I'd happily help her
Disgusting.
with it.
I would not do that part, but even as a vegetarian, I scooped up a whole possum just for her.
But that's the thing is, if I lived closer to her, I would happily do that for her.
Yeah.
I'd happily be like, this is a good one. She could get so many good
This
bones
is a
out of this.
good one. Yeah, that's
Like,
the only
I
reason
got-
why I picked up
like-
the possum, because it was
Well,
like
I
whole
mean, like,
still.
but that's what I mean by a good one, is like, it's
Yeah.
not smushed,
Yeah.
completely flattened. It's like, it got hit and it was knocked off to the side, and
Yeah.
it's still whole because people
Yeah.
haven't kept
Hitting
hitting
it a billion
over
times in a row.
and over again.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Just giving you chills again.
Anyways, we digress. Continue telling us
Yes.
about the preservation of bodies.
These examples of preserved humans share a common theme. Science can point to the means, either intentional or environmental, by which they were preserved. This is not the case for some of the incorruptibles found around the world. Their existence baffles scientists. While the preserved remains of mummies are generally found in states of rigor mortis, like petrification, incorruptibles corpses are pretty pliable. That's disgusting. Their skin is supple even years after their deaths. They appear, for all intents and purposes, to be sleeping or only recently deceased.
Do you know what rigor mortis is? Yeah, it's when your body freezes up, essentially.
I don't
after
remember
death.
what the joke was, but I used to have a joke with one of my friends about rigor mortis. I don't even...
Yeah, it's essentially that after you've been dead for a certain period of time, your body will freeze into... Your limbs will all freeze into the position they are in.
Right.
And it becomes very hard, if not impossible, to
like, move them.
So you usually have to, like...
break them a little bit.
break them a little bit.
Put a little bit of that in there, yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say, that's really interesting, though.
That is interesting. What's more, these corpses don't show signs of having been embalmed, and the local conditions don't appear to have had a preservative effect on them. While they remained in a perfect state of composition, other corpses what is that frickin' word? Interred.
Other corpses interred nearby, yeah.
Interred is a stupid word. Were degenerating like normal, yet some
Laura
of these...
versus interred.
Stupid. Yet some of these incorruptibles met violent ends or died from ravaging diseases that should have accelerated, not deterred, composition.
I'm proud of you for getting deterred.
Thank you. It reminded me of the other word I freaking hate. Because incorruptibility qualifies as one of the prerequisites for sainthood, once a person became a candidate, he or she or they, was we're back again.
Disinterred.
Fuck that shit. For inspection. All these exhumations, whatever these words are.
Exhumations.
Got it. I can say these things in my brain. I can't say
He
that.
doesn't like being held, so I am
yet you held him.
crossing boundaries, but I do this all the time. I love him so
He's
much.
just like, fine, I deal with it.
He's not happy.
He's waiting.
The moment. Oh, he's ready. He's looking.
Let me out
of
here.
He's ready.
There.
Anyways, you were saying? Distraction! Hey, it's Chaos and Cats. Cat had to come around eventually.
I know.
Oh, did you find your paper bag? Oh, he found his little paper bag.
It's your babies. Mama has to take a picture of you in your paper bag.
I always give him the small paper bags that our weed comes in.
Because
he likes laying. He loves laying on paper bags. So.
Oh. On them? Not even in them?
On them. He will lay in them, but he loves laying on them. He loves when you leave it unfolded. He loves when you leave it all open and you just throw it on the ground and then he gets to smush it down. Oh, he loves doing a fresh smush. He loves
it. Fresh smush. Henry likes the bags to be open so he can go inside of them. And
he will. He'll go in them when they're first like open, laid on the ground. He'll go in them. He'll like search in them. He might lay in it a little bit, but he loves to just smush down on top of it and smush it down into the perfect like sitting spot. And then he'll also like bite on it. He likes biting the paper bags. He likes biting cardboard. He doesn't rip it up and eat it or anything. He just likes biting into cardboard and stuff. So, yeah. Cardboard and paper bags. Those are his things he likes to just...
I don't think any of my cats really have a thing. Henry tries to eat plastic and plastic bags, but he knows I will destroy him.
That's Bruto. Bruto eats anything plastic. Tape. Oh, she loves tape. Oh my god, it's an addiction. She hears that crinkling of any sort of plastic anything. Like, we literally have to make sure to take all tape off of boxes. If there's any loose piece she can get her little freaking teeth on, she will get her teeth on it, and she will get it, and she will eat it, and then she will immediately throw it up after. But does she learn her lesson? No!
No. It was fun while it was happening.
Exactly. So...
Fucking idiots. What are we gonna do with them?
I'm still gonna continue to love them, but I'm
course.
just like, can you not kill yourself faster, please? I'm already not gonna get you for the rest of my life. Can you just not do this to me?
Don't do it quicker than you need to, right?
Exactly. We keep getting very sidetracked. Anything else that you want to tell us about?
I just think we should go see one of these people, but one of the people who have been around for like hundreds of years, because looking at that picture that I sent you, it freaks me out because her skin was literally just looks...
Yeah, she doesn't look like she's been dead for very long.
I think it was for 4 years.
Yeah, they said 4 years.
But basically, if there's no reason for this type of incorruptibility, I guess, then you get put into like trying to see if you're a saint, basically, and they go through all these tests where they like, I think they're like, they check out your life and about certain elements of like if you're qualifiable. But it did say that most people who go to take this, most people, I know they're dead, so it's kind of funny to talk about them like that, but most people who go to see if they're saints or whatever pass or whatever and become saints, because I feel like it's...
You know what I'm curious about, though, is these people that they're putting on display after they've been in these conditions for so long, are they actually, like, causing them to possibly start decaying faster by taking them out of these conditions and putting them on display?
I don't know, because it just it talks
or
about
they
cases where...
Are they actually capable of replicating and maintaining the environment that they found these bodies in? Because I feel like you'd have to maintain the conditions in which...
Well, that's the thing, though. It's
bodies.
They don't
do
know
and
the
we
condition,
don't seem
so
to.
They're thinking it's like a spiritual thing. Like you are a saint, so you are now. Like they can't figure out.
I don't.
What the issue is.
I don't think it's that.
Well, yeah,
that's just like no my personal belief, but just means we haven't figured some form of... There's a reason for it, whether it is some form of spiritual reason or not. There is some reasoning behind it. It's just something we have not yet become capable of figuring out. But that's what makes... But I'm just more curious about when you take these bodies out of these environments and you find them and you're like, oh, these bodies are incorruptible. But now suddenly these bodies are out of whatever environments they've been in for so long that is possibly maintaining their body. What's happening to these bodies over time now that they've been pulled out of these environments? That's what I want to know.
Well, I think there's ones that they've done that with, and they're in the churches in like a new pretty glass coffin for everyone to see. So
open the glass. Let me see if it's real. I want to know if it's real. I want to know if it's fucking fake or not. Fucking show me. Cut them open. Show me. I want to know if it's real.
Cut them open.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
They are a saint, Kaylee. They cannot just cut them open.
I know. But you know what I mean, though. Because it could easily be a replica in there for all we know in that glass case. Okay?
It's true.
Okay.
I just think it's, like, interesting because I'm not a very religious person.
No, neither of us are super religious people.
But, like, things like this and things like...
are really interesting.
Specifically when I watch, like, I'm not a huge scary movie type person, but, like, the ones that are based off of, like, paranormal stuff, like, even the Annabelle stuff, where it's, like, a real doll, and there's other creepy things that happen to people who aren't movie related.
Oh my God.
Like, if
we watched...
there's this thing that if, like, you disrespect Annabelle while you go and visit them,
that I know.
Most people, like, die and get in car crashes on the way home. Every single one.
Know? I know these things.
And so, like, this is what freaks me out, and, like, that the Catholic Church is kind of one of the only churches that, like, are represented in movies anyways to be able to help with these types of demons. And it's just like so wild because I'm not religious.
There are definitely other ones, but I feel like that's just the,
like I said, represented in movies. I haven't looked into
most popular, most common.
Yeah.
But oh, fuck, what was I about to say?
We were talking about Annabelle, and then before that we were talking about...
but I don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with that shit. Like, I don't know what I fucking believe in. Listen, okay, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. This kind of adds to that list even more. I'm like, what is even...
I do know one thing. I don't fuck with that shit. Because I don't understand that shit. I ain't fucking with that shit. We watched a movie last night. I think it's a newer movie that just came out. It's called Talk to Me. And I am about to spoil the fuck out of this.
Hold on, let me look it up. I want to be in the need to know.
It is fucking... there's this hand. It's like this mannequin hand.
Okay.
From like your like mid
like
forearm.
It's like the one from Addams Family, but longer.
Yeah. And it's just it's in the position to like hold its hand.
Okay.
And it's like got a bunch of writing all over it, and basically you hold the hand and you go, talk to me. And then you'll see a spirit. Okay? Terrifying spirit, but you'll see a spirit.
But it'll happen.
And then you say, I let you in. You are intentionally possessing yourself. They do it for like a couple of minutes, and it's supposed to be like this high when they come out of it, because it's like really intense and like insane because it's a fucking possession.
Right.
And it's insane.
It got really good ratings too.
It wasn't bad. It really wasn't. It was a good movie. It was. But it was these fucking dumb teenagers.
Always.
Just having their little fun get-togethers and making a joke out of fucking with shit you shouldn't be fucking with. And I'm sitting there the whole time like, this is so dumb. You're fucking dumb. What is wrong with you? Like, you are all ridiculous. Someone is gonna die. And, well, someone died eventually.
Shocker.
But fucked up shit happens. It's just sad, too, and just, like, infuriating, because it's like, you are fucking with shit that is so unknown. Just so, like...
Just don't hell nah. I mean, when I was in elementary school, definitely fucked with the Ouija board, and it was poor choice. Like, I've seen things get, like, thrown in the house, and I'm just like, I think I'm gonna go. Yep. I'll leave. So sorry.
With one of those.
But I have not done anything like that since, so.
Yeah, no, I am not willing to fuck with that shit. But to circle back to the topic you were talking about, there is clearly something going on with these environments. I don't know if it's the bacteria in the environments or whatever that is causing these bodies to just clearly not decay.
They're around the world. It's exactly, a lot of environments.
That's why I say, like, maybe some type of bacteria or something like that. Maybe there's something to do with the form of preservation, like, so some form of bacterial thing. I don't know, something sciencey. I'm not a scientist. As we like to call it, I don't know if you watch Disenchantment, but we like to call it science. Because she calls it science in the show, and I love calling it science. Because I'm like, I'm not a scientist, but here's what I know. But there's got to be something going on with the preservation process that causes the bodies to decompose, and clearly we just can't figure
I
out
don't know. I'm
what it is.
feeling like
And who
I'm going
knows,
to put it
maybe
in
it
the
is something-
Annabelle category because
Exactly, maybe
they've
it
been
is.
studying this for so long, and it's been around the world. There's so many conditions and so many
And that's what I'm
variables,
saying,
and
though.
it's like
Maybe it is. Maybe it is some Annabelle shit. No, thank you.
no, thank you. Mm-mm.
But whatever it is, it's still really fucking interesting, and
Right.
it's something that I want them to learn more about because I want to understand it more and be like, how the fuck is this happening?
I just want to see one in person because even just the picture is kind of freaky. All due
the
respect,
picture's really freaky.
you know.
If
All due
you're
respect.
easily like, creeped out by things like that, don't go Googling.
Yeah. Now her skin though did not look like supple. Her skin looked more like leather.
It still didn't look like she
It wasn't
had been dead for
decomposed.
4 years.
Definitely not.
It
Even
still
her
looked
face.
like it. It still looked like it had some sort of suppleness to it, but not supple. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it still had some life to it, but not like a suppleness. I wouldn't say.
Yeah. Like the color and
yeah.
everything was still very
Mhm.
accurate and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I don't know. It's fucking weird, man.
How we
But
put
very
pictures up.
interesting.
Don't you worry, y'all.
Yeah,
You know what?
that was-
Everybody's gonna get a lot of pictures from this episode, it seems.
Yeah, well, our limit on Instagram is 10, so
Oh. Maybe
we gotta
we'll
pick
be
the
making-
best ones. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. We got this. We are capable. A couple of stoners get together and figure it out.
What episode is this, 10?
I think so.
Ah.
Somewhere's around there. Yeah. Hopefully, future Kaylee has gotten her shit figured out by now, and your episodes are coming out on Tuesdays consistently like they're supposed to be. Don't worry, that's just me calling myself out right now. By the time this comes out, it's too late to apologize.
So, for episode 10, right now we have pictures for Mummy Nun, is what I called her. Laura for president. And pictures of a kitty kitty. Not that one. Don't even play, guys. You ain't getting that. That's special edition.
Oh god, it took me a minute. I'm like, what? Wait, whoa, what? I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I was like, what do you mean? What not
What
getting
is
that one? What
happening?
I'm just so innocent, you know.
Yo,
So-
okay. Yo,
Yeah, don't mind me.
no.
No, don't mind me. Oh my gosh, that's great. Cool. Well, I think that's it. We've been talking your ear off for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, who knows how much of the beginning's gonna be there, though.
Yeah, that's true. The first, 15-ish minutes was before we were actually ready to start, but, there might be some golden stuff in there. Maybe I'll leave it in, and you'll get a little bit of a longer intro before the music.
Because that's a new thing lately, so.
It's a new thing we've been talking about, of just,
It's
fucking
fine.
with you guys. So, it's fine. But yeah, no, I guess that's it. That's what we got for you. That's the episode. I don't have anything else to say.
Well, that's all I got.
That's all I got. Alright, well,
Thanks for hanging and being fucking
Yeah.
weirdos with us.
I was gonna say, thanks for joining us. Thanks for hopefully continuing to come back. Hopefully you've been coming back and you're enjoying this. But
If
yeah,
not,
feel
Kaylee knows how to kill you and not get caught. So, moving on. Yes, continue.
allegedly.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to do that.
Hmm.
Anyways, feel free to follow us if you would like to follow us on our social medias. You can hit us up on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok at Chaos and Cats Pod. That's it. Just at Chaos and Cats Pod. I almost said podcast, but that is not what it is. It's at Chaos and Cats Pod. And then YouTube, we also have our audio on there. So if you, for some reason, listen to podcasts on YouTube or whatever, you can go over there and subscribe to us there, which is at Chaos and Cats Podcast. That's what was going to trip me up. You can also hit us up on our email, which is chaosandcatspodcast@gmail.com. I don't know why you want to hit us up there, but if you want to send us something, topics, questions, comments, concerns,
Crazy stories, anything.
Maybe you want to send us a story.
It'll
Please
probably
send
be
us
poor advice.
Send us some fun, crazy stories if
Yes.
you want. Like, let us know. And if you want to be anonymous, we'll keep you anonymous,
Oh, yes, definitely.
We don't have to say any names. You can change names if you'd like to, just to make sure that, nobody gets offended. Not that we're reaching too many people right now, but, never know what could happen. But yeah, no, this has been fun. We've got yet another one. We've done it again, Laura.
We've done it again.
We've done it again. God damn it, we've done it again.
So many good title ideas. Oh my god.
I know, I don't know how I'm gonna pick one when I get to this episode, but we'll see what happens.
Done it again.
God damn it, we did it again.
We talked about shit and nonsense for 2 hours. High fucking five.
High fucking five, bitches. Also, this is also important.
Oh.
Probably should have said this first.
Maybe.
Rate and review, please.
Yeah.
It helps us a lot, especially because we're still very new, and still trying to reach more people, and especially if you do it on Apple Podcasts and, wherever you can do it. Really appreciate it because it does actually help us, so it is good to do it for us. Preferably 5 stars, thanks. Don't know why you'd give us any less than that, honestly. Really don't.
No.
But that's it. I think that's it. That's everything. I've said everything that we need to say at the end. Fuck you, bye.